Alright guys, this one's going out to all my Canadian brothers out there. This is going to be poutine with a little twist. We're going to start out by chopping our russet potatoes into French fry shapes. They're going to take a cold water bath for at least an hour. Then we're going to chop up an onion into long, thin slices. So I'm taking off the tips here, peeling the peel. I'm going to cut out the root. And then I'm going to try to use a mandolin, see how this works. A little tough to get going, but it does make nice thin slices. For me, I think it's just as easy to chop. So we're going to go ahead and ditch the mandolin. So we're not dicing, we're just getting nice half-moon slices. So big glug of oil into the pot. We're going to caramelize these onions. I'm going to give you a good idea of how long exactly it takes. If you can caramelize onions in less than an hour, you're cheating. So we're starting at 2:13 p.m. You're going to watch this reduce. So it's been about 40 minutes. You're getting a lot of water off, but they're still not soft quite yet. Now almost an hour. You can see how much it's reduced in size. It hasn't taken on much color yet. So now it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. We're starting to get some color. I think we're almost there. That's what we're looking for. They're lightly golden brown. We're gonna add some salt. And then to make these French onions, we're gonna add some sherry wine. Now if from this point you started to add a bunch of beef broth, then make it into a soup, you basically have French onion soup. But I'm just going to take the onions out and make a beef gravy. So for our gravy, we're going to start with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. So this is melted butter, not ready for flour yet. You have to evaporate more of that water out. So now we're bubbling, we're actually getting that water evaporated out, and we're ready for some flour. So 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour, basically equal amount to your butter. And you're gonna cook this in the butter until that raw flour smell has dissipated. It's a little easier to do this in a white ceramic bottom pot so you can see the color. But you can go by smell. As soon as you don't smell that flour smell, you're ready to add beef stock. So you're gonna add the beef stock slowly in small amounts and incorporating it each time you add some. This is going to prevent your gravy from being lumpy. And you can keep adding beef stock until you feel like your gravy is thin enough. bit too thick right here. And once we get the consistency that we want, we're gonna add some flavorings, some crushed black pepper, some kosher salt, a couple glugs of the sauce, the Worcestershire sauce. So I see chefs do that all the time. Coat the back of a spoon, run your finger down it. If it leaves a trail, it's good consistency. Now we're gonna fry up our fries. So we're doing the double fry method. You'll see a lot of people say to freeze the fries after the first one. I don't get time for that. So we're gonna do like a par fry where you cook the fries for 5 to 6 minutes. They're not going to turn brown. They're still going to look like pale yellow. And then we'll dry them out and then refry them. So this is frying round 2. We're going to see them take on some color and get real crispy. So the first fry we did at like 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and the second fry was about 400. We're gonna add salt to these while they're still hot. Now for our cheese curds, you can't really find them in Michigan. Meijer has these cheddar cheese curds, but in the spirit of French onion, I'm gonna use Gruyere, which is the typical cheese topping for French onion soup. So I grated a bunch of Gruyere cheese and made my own curds by forming them into little balls. And then I'll do a few white cheddar that came in from Meijer. Let's plate it up. So caramelized onions right on top of the French fries. Super sticky. There's no sugar added. The cheese curds on top. We're gonna top it with some gravy. And then I'm gonna pop it in the broiler to get the cheese a little bit melted. And that is it. French onion poutine. Thanks for watching, guys.